I was sitting on the sandy beach near my house in Berzebuja on a summer evening. The coastline was brilliant under the sunset with its chalky white ribbon of cliffs, jagged and folded, shrinking into the distance. In the distance, a spit stretched out into the sea, on the tip of which was a lighthouse, lonely and abandoned. When I arrived in Malta, I was 16 and a half, going 17. I went through Uganda, South Sudan, North Sudan, the Sahara Desert, and finally Libya. My arrival in Malta was the end of an already very difficult chapter in my life. And as immediately after getting out of detention, I started working. I've worked in construction, I've worked in washing dishes at different restaurants, and that is how I got myself to the point where I am today, and I'm still doing it even right now. And from then on, I had to find my way because I did not want to be labeled a burden. I did not want to be looked at as a burden. I used to think that in the West, in Europe, in America, like everybody is the same because we've all come a long way and racism and being black or white is not an issue. But that is not true. Racism is a big, big thing. For example, in Malta, a black person cannot become a waiter or a waitress. It's an unspoken rule. I also get you're too educated to be a migrant, a refugee. I also get people talking really, really negatively when it comes to refugees and migrants. And then the person who is xenophobic or racist will start the conversation with, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about the others. I'm an African, I thought to myself with much pride. I owe my beings to the hills and the valleys, the mountains and the glades, the rivers, the deserts, the trees, the flowers, the seas, and the ever-changing season that define the face of our native land.
Like if Michael was still alive, I think he'd love our shady show.
There's no integration policy in Malta for migrants, for refugees to integrate and become a part of society. The government system does not have therapy, for example, for migrants who have gone through a lot of trauma coming here. I went to therapy, not offered by the government, but by an NGO. And my psychologist was like, okay, wouldn't it be nice if you love writing to write down what you're going through and your emotions and what you're feeling?
Which is the most hurtful thing to a woman, right?
The book is about my life story, growing up, the different challenges that I faced, coming from a very conservative background and a very conservative family, and growing up as an outsider in a foreign country. It's like my diary, it's like my journey, it's like my therapy. Never arrive. My mom would always tell me this. She had a problem with the word arrive because in her mind it meant developing a comfort zone and not aiming for better. And the editor liked that. He was like, oh my God, never arrive. And you have not arrived because Malta is not my end destination. I want to move on. It's a book that's funded by COPIN, by Terre des Hommes International, the Destination Unknown Campaign, the International Organization for Migration, the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, and the Malta Arts Fund. I always knew growing up that there would come a point in my life when I would write a book. I used to say it when I was 5 years old. I used to say it when I was 6 years old. I used to say it growing up. Like, I always knew, because I loved reading and writing so much. I loved the I loved the English language so much, and the power that it can have to transform or to transport a message. The moral of my life is work hard, dream big, connect with yourself, embrace respect as a virtue, and you will go places. I'm a citizen of the world. I have passed from my native Somalia to Kenya, where I grew up, to Malta, that helped me to find myself. Indeed, as my mother likes to say, variety is the spice of life.